This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, shall we start the class? Everyone is ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, it's a very important class, important essay. Okay, this is important essay. Yeah, first this is the hip joint. So what do you know about hip joint? Hip joint is a which variety?
Ball and socket.
Yeah, yes, ball and socket variety similar to the shoulder joint. Okay, so see the hip joint is the articulation between the hemispherical head of femur. See, this is the head of the femur that articulates with the acetabulum. My voice is clear, audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Audible? Okay, fine. Okay, see here, this is the head of the femur, which is more than half a spear that will articulate with the acetabulum of the hip bone. If you concentrate, see what is this blue color exactly? See, this is the head of the femur, which has blue color shade over it. Anyone say what is that blue color indicates?
Silent cartilage.
Cartilage.
It is an articular cartilage that will be present on the articular surfaces of the bones. Okay, articular surfaces of the bone. So the head of the femur is more or less fully covered with the articular cartilage, except the area where ligamentum teres. Okay, femoris. Actually, ligamentum teres hepatis will be present in the liver. This is the ligamentum teres femoris that is present. Okay, that is attached to a center point that is called as fovea capitis. Okay, so the head of the femur will have a depression that is called as fovea capitis, from which the ligament of teres is starting. Okay, so that area alone is not covered by the articular cartilage. So the area not covered by the articular cartilage in the head of the femur is which area? Which area?
Fovea capitis.
Fovea capitis. Okay, now we will go for the
Capitis.
acetabulum now. Yeah. Now we will go for the acetabulum. See, this is whole thing is the acetabulum. If you see, there is a surface, blue colored surface, lunate surface. Okay, moon shaped. Okay, this is the acetabulum has an lunate surface which is covered with the articular cartilage, and the center portion which is the non-articular. So the head of the femur will be contact only with this blue colored area, that is the lunate surface of the acetabulum, not in the central point. Okay, see, we will see here. See here, this is the lunate articular surface. If you see the acetabulum, this is the lunate articular surface which is covered with the articular cartilage, and the central point where this is the acetabular fossa. See, so the acetabulum has how many inside parts? What is this one? Blue colored area is called as
Lunate surface.
lunate surface, and the part that is not covered with the lunate surface, that is not covered with the articular cartilage, is the acetabular fossa. Okay, so acetabular fossa and the lunate surface. So the head of the femur will be articulating only with the lunate surface of the acetabulum. Okay, now see, if you see, there is one ligament you can see here, transverse acetabular ligament. Actually, if you remove that ligament, this is called as acetabular notch. Acetabular notch is nothing but this is the gap between these two. That will be this acetabular notch will be traversed by this transverse acetabular ligament. The notch is the point, the gap between the acetabulum. Okay, between this area is the acetabular notch, which is traversed by the acetabulum. So now finally you have to know that carryover point in the acetabulum as the acetabulum has an lunate surface, okay, which is articular with the head of the femur. Acetabular fossa, which is non-articular, only covered with fat, and it has the acetabular notch, which is traversed by the transverse acetabular ligament. Hope you are clear. Okay, shall I go to the next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Next. Okay. Now see here. The cavity of the acetabulum is deepened by the presence of fibrocartilaginous rim called acetabular labrum. So the margins of the acetabulum is covered by a fibrocartilaginous structure that is called as acetabular labrum. In a shoulder joint, what is that labrum we will see?
Glenoid
Like this,
labrum.
with
Glenoid.
yeah, so the glenoid, the glenoid cavity will be covered by, deepened by the glenoid labrum. Like this, the acetabulum, the margins of the acetabulum is covered by the acetabular labrum. The same acetabular labrum, when it covers to the acetabular notch, it forms the transverse acetabular ligament. I hope you are clear. See, the margins of the acetabulum is covered by the acetabular labrum. The acetabular labrum, when it reaches the point of the acetabular notch, it is modified into the transverse acetabular ligament. So the acetabular labrum will become as the transverse acetabular ligament when it reaches the acetabular notch. So you should know now the difference between the acetabular labrum, acetabular notch, and transverse acetabular ligament. See, the acetabular labrum is one which covers the margins of this acetabulum. When it reaches the acetabular notch, that is modified as the transverse acetabular ligament. Clear? Clear? Clear?
Yes.
Only
Yes, ma'am.
Russian sound is I am
Yes,
hearing.
ma'am.
Others?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
See here,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
ma'am. The labrum reaches across the acetabular notch, and hence it is here called as transverse acetabular ligament. The labrum, when it reaches the acetabular notch, it is called as transverse acetabular ligament. That's all. Okay. So now we have seen this is the hemispherical head, and it is covered by the articular cartilage except at the fovea capitis where the ligamentum teres femoris is attached. Okay, and this is the acetabulum. It has the acetabular lunate surface. It has an acetabular fossa, and it has the acetabular notch. The acetabular labrum covers throughout the acetabulum, and when it reaches the acetabular notch, it modifies itself as a transverse acetabular ligament, and this is the ball and socket variety of the joint. Okay, that's all. So this is the acetabular labrum, and this red arrow indicates the transverse acetabular ligaments. Now we will go for the ligaments as such. Okay, so concentrate more. This will be confusing for you. Joint capsule. This is more important. Concentrate more. Okay, see here. See, this is the fibrous capsule. Okay, so the fibrous capsule is one which covers the joint superiorly as well as the inferiorly, so that it covers throughout the joint. Okay, so it has a superior attachment and it has the inferior attachment. Okay, so superior attachment, you tell me where it should be. So in this picture, a superior attachment should be where? You tell me.
Acetabular labrum.
Acetabular labrum.
It just covers, just beyond the acetabular labrum. It surrounds the joint capsule attached just beyond the acetabular labrum and the transverse acetabular ligament. Okay, so the superior attachment is very easy. No confusion here. So it covers throughout this. So if you come inferior attachment, see, if you come for the inferior attachment, so this is the inferior attachment. So for this you should know the femur little bit. Okay, so come here. This is the anterior surface of the femur, and this is the posterior surface of the femur. Okay, so this is the anterior view of the femur. This is the head, neck, and this is the intertrochanteric line. See, you can see here the green color line, no? That is the intertrochanteric line. Okay, if you turn the femur just posteriorly, same thing. If you are seeing posteriorly, we will have the, you can see the intertrochanteric crest. You can see the intertrochanteric crest. So anteriorly line or crest? What you will see? Anteriorly?
Line.
If you see posteriorly, there will be the intertrochanteric crest. Okay, so down. So here you can see the anterior surface or posterior surface in this view, in the femur. Anterior. So yes, anteriorly, inferiorly, and anteriorly it is attached to the intertrochanteric line. You are clear? Inferiorly, anterior attachment is to the intertrochanteric line. Am I correct? Are you clear? Are you
Yes,
clear?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Post, and it goes backwards. Sorry. It goes backwards and it just in front of the intertrochanteric crust. Just in front of the intertrochanteric crust, it is attached. Okay, so joint capsule, just you write it has joint capsule is that which surrounds the joint cavity. Okay, which intimately surrounds the joint cavity is the first point. Second point is that it has the superior attachment and the inferior attachment. Superior attachment is, we know that it is just beyond the acetabular labrum and the transverse acetabular ligament. Inferior attachment is with the femur, so anteriorly it is attached to the intertrochanteric line and posteriorly it is attached to the just in front of the intertrochanteric crust. Are you clear? Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Are you
ma'am.
clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now about the joint capsule, one more very important point is there. Okay. See, joint capsule itself is made up of two layers. Okay. See, if you see, this is actually the heading is given as synovial membrane. This blue color is synovial membrane. You don't think it has joint capsule. Okay. See, the joint capsule here is this round. You can see here the round fiber zona orbicularis. You can see here. You can see here the round fibers over the synovial membrane. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
See? Okay. See here, the joint capsule is made up of two layers. Two layers. Outer layer is made up of the longitudinal fiber and the inner layer is by the circular fiber. What you are seeing here is the longitudinal fibers, that is called as zona reticularis. That is called as zona reticularis. And inner fiber, see, you can see here the inner fiber, that is called as zona orbicularis. Here the reticularis, they have taken it out. Okay, here the reticularis they have removed and shown only the zona orbicularis. So zona reticularis and the zona orbicularis, in that the longitudinal fibers are called as the zona reticularis and the circular fibers deep to that will be lining, that is called as the zona orbicularis. The important point of this zona reticularis is that zona reticularis, whether it is the outer layer or inner layer.
Outer, ma'am.
Outer layer, which transmits the arteries. Just you keep it mind that one, that we will see in the blood supply later. Okay, just the zona reticularis is one which transmit the arteries. Okay, I will we will discuss in detail later. Okay, now what will be the deeper layer for joint capsule? Joint capsule is over, which will be intimately lining the joint capsule inside. Inside, so joint capsule includes zona reticularis, zona orbicularis. Inside the zona orbicularis, inner lining of the zona orbicularis will be which layer?
Synovial membrane.
Yes. So joint inside. Yes, very good. So see here. See this picture. Concentrate because this two will be confusing for you. Other things you can read. Okay. See, this is acetabulum. Okay, acetabulum having this blue color. What is this blue color? Can you tell me?
Zona reticularis. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I have not. This is no. What is that?
Transverse
Joint
ligament.
articular cartilage. No, articular cartilage. Okay. Similarly, you can see here. Okay, here also articular cartilage is present, blue color, except fovea capitis. Okay, this is the fovea capitis and articular cartilage. You can see here, no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Are you getting, or are you I want to explain it once more. Yes.
Ma'am, once more, ma'am.
Cartilage. See, this whole thing is acetabulum. Acetabulum. Okay, this is the acetabular fossa. See, if acetabular fossa will be deepened towards the center and lining, and here will be the acetabular notch. Here should be the acetabular nerve that is not seen in this view. Okay. See, this is the whole thing is the acetabulum and whole thing is the femur. Okay. In this, this will be covered by the articular cartilage. We know that articular cartilage is one which is surrounds this articular surface of the bones. Okay. So this blue color is the articular cartilage. Okay. This is the fovea capitis from which the ligamentum teres is coming and attaching. Okay, let it be. Okay, now see here, this green color. See, this green color they have shown is the capsule, joint capsule. Joint capsule, again we have outer layer and inner layer that is not differentiated here properly. Just the green color, you take it as the joint capsule. But this green color is the ligamentum teres, or ligament of the head of the femur. Am I clear? Till now, am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am.
Till now, am I clear? See, articular surfaces are covered by the articular cartilage. So this blue color is the articular cartilage. This thick, this sky blue color is everything is the articular cartilage. Whole joint will be surrounded by the joint capsule. See, this green color is shown is the joint capsule, except this green color, which is the ligamentum of the head of the femur. Now, see inside, if you see the synovial membrane, see nicely this light blue color. This light blue color is the synovial membrane. So you can see the difference between this blue and this blue, no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Articular cartilage is different, and so the synovial membrane will not cover the articular cartilage. That is the point you should know. Okay, so it starts here and it is reflected and it is again going back and attaching. Then it starts here downwards and it is going and it is lining the ligamentum of teres. Okay, and one more cartilage or one more synovial membrane will be lining the ligamentum teres. Okay, so the synovial membrane will not be present at the level of articular cartilage. That is the point, but it surrounds the joint. It will ceases at the level of articular cartilage. Okay, but it lines the joint capsule. That's all. Okay, so now we are going. So now what is the point we have seen is from here. So this is the head of the femur and this is the fovea capitis where articular cartilage is not seen, and this is the ligamentum teres femoris and this is the acetabulum. Acetabulum has the lunate surface which is articular and the unarticular acetabular fossa which is having the fat. Okay, that's all. Next, you see nicely you can see the fat in the acetabular fossa. The acetabular labrum is the fibrocartilaginous rim, that's fibrocartilaginous rim that surrounds the acetabular margin. When it reaches the acetabular notch, it is converted into the transverse acetabular ligament. Okay. Next, ligament joint capsule. It has superior attachment, inferior attachment. Superior attachment, it is just around the margins of the acetabular labrum and the transverse acetabular ligament. Inferiorly, anteriorly, it is attached to the intertrochanteric line, and posteriorly, same thing will be just in front of the intertrochanteric crust, and it has two layers, outer longitudinal layer that is called as zona reticularis and the inner circular layer that is called as zona orbicularis. Just inside the circular layer will be the synovial membrane, okay, which surrounds the joint capsule. See in this clearly you can see the synovial membrane which lines the joint capsule but ceases at the level of articular cartilage. If you see in this picture clearly, the ligamentum teres is fully covered with the synovial membrane. Okay, that much detail you don't need. Just it surrounds the joint capsule inside and ceases at the articular cartilage. This 2 points you remember, that is enough. Okay, shall we go for the other important ligaments now? Shall we go? Are you okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Okay, so just in the ligaments we have
Yes,
seen
ma'am.
about the joint capsule. In the ligaments we have seen about the joint capsule, synovial membrane. Next we are going for the iliofemoral ligament. See, this is about the iliofemoral ligament. Okay, so it is a triangular inverted Y-shaped ligament. Okay, inverted Y-shaped ligament. So that the apex is attached to the anterior inferior iliac spine. So this is the anterior superior iliac spine and this is the anterior inferior iliac spine. What is the muscle that is attached to the anterior inferior iliac spine? Anyone?
Sartorius.
Sartorius.
Sartorius is superior, anterior superior or anterior inferior?
Straight head of rectus femoris.
Very good. Okay, straight head of rectus femoris. Okay. So here the anterior inferior. So and one more ligament attached to the anterior inferior iliac spine is that iliofemoral ligament, also called as ligament of Bigelow. Bigelow. Okay, ligament of Bigelow, also called as iliofemoral ligament, from the ilium bone to the femur bone. Okay, so the apex is attached to the anterior inferior iliac spine, and the Y-shaped limb, the Y-shaped, the two limbs, upper and the upper limb and the lower limb is attached to the intertrochanteric line. What we where we seen about the intertrochanteric line previously? What is attached?
Inferior
What is
attachment of
Joint capsule.
Inferior
Joint capsule.
ligament of
inferior and
capsule.
anterior attachment of joint capsule. Very good. So it is also the this is the upper band of Y and this is the lower band of Y. Okay, and this is the stem of Y. Stem of Y is attached to the anterior inferior iliac spine, and the upper band is oblique and it is attached to the upper part of the intertrochanteric line, and the lower band is vertical and it is attached to the lower part of the intertrochanteric line. Okay, that's all. So Y attached to the upper and lower parts of the intertrochanteric line of the femur. That's all. We are going for the next ligament, that is the pubofemoral ligament. See here, see this is pubic bone. First we have seen about the iliofemoral. Next we are going for the pubic bone. So this is the pubofemoral. Okay, it is triangular so that the base is attached. The base of the ligament is attached to the superior ramus of the pubis. So this is the superior ramus of the pubis. Here will be the inferior ramus of the pubis. So the base of the pubofemoral ligament is attached to the base of, superior ramus of the pubis, and the apex goes and deeper to the lower band of iliofemoral ligament, and the same point it is attached. See, the apex is attached below to the lower part of the intertrochanteric line, just underneath the lower band of iliofemoral ligament. Okay, so it is also just below the intertrochanteric line it is attached. Just we have seen about the two ligaments. Okay, see what is that means. First one is the iliofemoral ligament. It is one of the strongest ligament. Okay, iliofemoral. See, this ligament is the strong ligament, strongest ligament in the lower limb. Don't forget it. Strongest ligament in the lower limb is ligament of Bigelow, also called as iliofemoral ligament. Okay, next to iliofemoral ligament, it is the Y-shaped, the stem of the Y, anterior inferior iliac spine, and the two limbs. In that upper limb is little bit oblique, upper part of the intertrochanteric line. Next, this lower limb is vertical and it is attached to the lower part of the intertrochanteric line. Start. Okay, next will be the pubofemoral ligament. See, pubofemoral ligament with the upper, it is also, see, pubofemoral ligament, it is the base is attached to the superior ramus of the pubis, and the apex is attached just below the intertrochanteric line. Okay, just underneath the lower band of the iliofemoral ligament. Are you okay? Are you okay? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Next will be the ischio. So three bones of the lower limb, the hip bone came. One is ilio, next is pubo, next will be the ischio. Okay, so ischio will be back side. You see, so this is the intertrochanteric crust. Back side means this is the posterior view. Are you okay? Are you okay? Can you follow? This is back side.
Yes, ma'am.
Posterior view. Okay, so it is posterior view. It is a spiral shaped ligament. See here, this is attached to the body of the. So here will be the acetabulum. Okay, just it is attached to the body of the ischium near the acetabular margin. Just acetabulum will be here. Okay, so just it is attached to the body. This is ischium. Body of the ischium just near to the acetabular margin. Okay, and these fibers passes upwards. See, passes, all these fibers will passes upwards. Okay, and continue with zona orbicularis. If you see just inside, you can see joint capsule. You can see here the zona orbicularis, everyone. you can see here the zona orbicularis.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes, yes. Deep to that, can you see the synovial membrane?
yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes. So which ligament is continuous with the zona orbicularis? That is the joint capsule closely attached to the joint capsule. Which ligament? Ischium. Okay, don't forget it. Okay, so attached to the body of the ischium near the acetabular margin, and the fibers passes upwards and continue with the zona orbicularis and attached to the greater trochanter. So greater trochanter is here and the lesser trochanter is here. Okay, so it is attached to the greater trochanter. That's all. Okay, so 3 ligaments are over. See, first will be the iliofemoral strongest ligament. First 2 points should be it is the strongest ligament, okay, of the lower limb, and this is the anterior inferior iliac spine, upper and lower parts of the intertrochanteric line. Okay, then next will be the pubofemoral ligament, superior ramus of the pubis, and it is attached to the just below the lower part of the intertrochanteric line, passes behind the lower limb of the iliofemoral ligament. Next will be the ischiofemoral. This is the posterior view for just body of the ischium close to the acetabular margin. Fibers passes upwards and continues with the zona orbicularis that belongs to the joint capsule, and it is attached to the greater trochanter. Okay, that's all about this one. Okay, see, you can see this is the cadaveric view. See, this is the anterior view. See, you can see here, this is the left side. Okay, here will be the anterior inferior iliac spine, and this is the superior part of the this is the stem of Y, and the upper band of Y and the lower band of Y, and there will be middle fibers also, some thin middle fibers also sometimes seen. Okay, can you able to see this picture clearly? Okay, are you people are in line?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
And this is the posterior view. You can see here, see this fiber. This is the ischiofemoral fibers. Ischio, see, this is the ischium body, and this is the acetabula. All this is the ischiofemoral ligament. And this is the most clear view here. See, this is the superior attachment, and this is the pubofemoral ligament, and this is attached here. And this posteriorly will be the ischiofemoral ligament. Okay, this is the posteriorly will be the ischiofemoral ligament. That's all. And nothing much in this same picture. Okay, now what are the things we have seen till now? Rashid, tell me what are the things we have seen in the ligaments till now?
Iliofemoral ligament.
First,
Strongest
under the ligaments. First, you should write first about
Transverse articular
joint capsule. You have to write. Next, about the synovial membrane. Next comes the proper ligaments. What are they?
Iliofemoral ligament, pubofemoral ligament.
Pubofemoral, ischiofemoral. Okay. Next, other than that, there are other 2-3 ligaments we will see now. Okay. See, we have already seen this. No, acetabular labrum. We already seen that. Okay. This is that fibrocartilaginous rim surrounding the acetabular margin. That also comes under the ligament because it gives strength to hold the head of the femur tightly. So it is also helping in the stability of the joint. So we are including the acetabular labrum also in under the ligaments. Okay, so because it holds the head of the femur in the acetabular socket. Okay, so it also we are telling it in under the ligaments. Okay, so acetabular labrum we have seen detailedly, and transverse acetabular ligament also we have seen it previously. But one more thing I have to tell you. Okay, I will tell you later. Okay, in the next picture I will tell you. See, here it is acetabular labrum is it is formed by the acetabular labrum as it reaches the acetabular notch. That is nothing but this transverse acetabular ligament. Okay, here you see the point. It converts the notch into a tunnel through which blood vessel and nerves enter the joint. Okay, are you following me? Are you following me?
Yes, ma'am.
Now that line I will explain you in this picture. See here, this is acetabular. See, this is what is lunate surface. Okay, this is acetabular fossa, and this is the acetabular transverse acetabular ligament. Okay, see, if this is ligament is not there, okay, see, this ligament converts this notch into a foramen. You can see here, no? You can see here, a foramen is created due to this transverse acetabular ligament. Can you see that? Can you?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the acetabular foramen. Acetabular foramen is created when the transverse acetabular notch is attached, transverse acetabular ligament is attached to the acetabular notch, so that the acetabular notch is converted into a foramen. Okay, here a foramen is formed that is called as acetabular foramen. So you should know what is acetabular notch, what is transverse acetabular ligament, how this acetabular foramen is also formed. Okay, because of the attachment of acetabular ligament, this notch is converted into a foramen. That is the point they have said here. See, it converts the notch into a tunnel through which blood vessels can enter or leave. Okay, the joint. That is the point. Okay. Now, next ligament we will go. Ligament of head of femur. We already seen, no? What is the other name for this ligament? This is also called as round ligament. See, round ligament. Where we are seeing round ligament previously? Where we have seen?
Uterus. Shoulder.
Uterus we have seen, no? So don't get confused. Round ligament means you have to write about the round ligament of uterus also, and you have to write about the ligament of femur, head of the femur also. It is also called as ligamentum teres. So ligamentum teres already where you have seen? In the liver. Here also it is called as ligamentum teres femoris. So it is also called as ligament of head of femur, ligamentum teres femoris, round ligament. Okay, 3 names are given to this, so don't get confused. In the exam, the round ligament means you should write about the round ligament of uterus also. You have to write about the round ligament this also. Okay, so now see, this is the flat ligament, flat and triangular ligament. It is attached apex to the pit of the femur. Sorry, pit of the head of the femur, that is called as fovea capitis, and the base is attached to the transverse ligament. Attached its base to the transverse ligament and the margins of the acetabular notch. See, nicely you can see here. See, from here, see, this is the head of the femur. It is the origin is from the fovea capitis, and this merges. This goes and merges with the acetabular ligament and the acetabular notch, margins of the acetabular notch. Okay, so this is about the ligament of the head of the femur. Clear? Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it is a flat and triangular ligament. Its apex is attached to the fovea capitis, and the base is attached, merges with the transverse acetabular ligament and also to the margins of the acetabular notch. That's all. Okay, so we have finished about we have completed this one, ligaments. Okay, now we will go for the relations. See, now relations, without seeing the book only you can memorize it, relations and actions. Please concentrate. Okay, now I will go a little bit fast, only 20 minutes are there. Okay, you just try to follow. If any doubt, stop me. You only stop me. See here, you can see here the joint. You can see here the joint. Yes or no? See,
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
see here the hip joint.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. So here, see here, this is the iliacus muscle and this is the psoas major muscle, which is anterior to the joint. Correct? Yes? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is about the anterior relation. Anterior relation is by the iliacus and psoas major, which is forming anterior. See, anterior is given. Okay, now posterior we will see later. Now we will see the superior and inferior. See what? So this is the joint. Whatever arising from above, like this, will be forming the superior relation. So just to go here, anterior inferior iliac spine. We already discussed what is the muscle. Straight head of rectus femoris. See here, this is the straight head of rectus femoris that forms superior relation of the joint. So anterior relation is by the iliacus psoas major. Superior relation is by the straight head. You can able to follow. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Superior. Okay. This picture is anterior view or posterior view, ma?
Anterior.
Anterior view. See, just I am turning this picture back side. I am coming here. Okay. So this is also see, this is also back side of the hip joint. See, gluteus medius, gluteus maximus muscle, and when I cut this muscle, I will see the gluteus minimus. So all these muscles also forming the superior relation. So anteriorly, it is formed, the superior relation is formed by the straight head of rectus femoris. If we go little bit posteriorly, see gluteus maximus, medius, and the minimus muscle also forming the superior. So here will be there. See, just underneath will be the joint. Okay. So the gluteus medius and some fibers of gluteus maximus along with the gluteus minimus will be forming the superior relation of the joint. Am I clear, or I want to explain it once more?
Clear, ma'am.
Hello? Okay. Or I want to explain it once more. Are you okay? Are you people are in line?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You
Yes,
are
ma'am.
able to follow anterior relation iliacus psoas major. Okay, that you are clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And superiorly, that the rectus femoris is coming. And if you are going little bit back, gluteus maximus, medius, and minimus is coming. So all this muscle will forming the superior relation. Okay. Now inferior relation. See, if you see this is the anterior view. This is the anterior view. Inferior relation. See what is this muscle is there? Obturator, internus or externus? Which muscle is this? Anterior thing.
External.
Obturator.
Externus.
Externus. See, obturator externus muscle is going inferior to the joint. See, it is going inferior to the joint. Just little bit superficial to this will be the next muscle that is called as pectineus. Okay, so that is also crossing the joint inferiorly. Okay, so now we have seen anterior relation, superior relation, inferior relation. Anterior relation will be the iliacus psoas major, and superior relation will be the rectus femoris that can be seen from anteriorly. But if you turn little bit posteriorly, the gluteus medius, minimus with the upper fibers of the gluteus maximus will form the superior relation. Inferior relation will be formed to the joint will be the obturator externus, and little bit unsuperficial to that will be the muscle that is called as pectineus. Are you clear? Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is the other relation we have to see now? Anterior scene, superior scene.
Posterior.
So you should tell me posterior. You should tell me what is that? Nicely, it is on class is over about that. What is that? Yes. Yeah. What is the posterior relation? See, so piriformis, superior gamelli, inferior gamelli with the obturator internus muscle. The externus is forming which relation?
Inferior.
Now posterior relation, see how the internus is getting origin from inside of the obturator foramen. Just the tendons are coming out, bending, and it is inserted here. So all these muscles, two gemelli muscle with the obturator internus tendon and piriformis with quadratus femoris will form which relation? Will form the
Posterior.
posterior. See, if you see the anterior, along with that, you can write the femoral nerve, femoral vein, and femoral artery. Okay, anterior relation. You can add with the iliacus psoas major with the femoral nerve, femoral artery, femoral vein. Okay, and inferior relation, these two muscles. Superior relation, you can write all these muscles. Posterior relation with all these muscles, you can write the sciatic nerve, superior gluteal nerve and the vessels, inferior gluteal nerve and the vessels, posterior cutaneous nerve of thigh. All the gluteal region nerves and vessels you can write. Okay, you're clear now? You're clear? Okay. Let's
Yes,
go for the
ma'am.
next slide.
Yes, ma'am.
Next slide. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So now see, just it is the this is the picture given in your book. Okay. So now it is very easy to read. So this is the joint. Okay. So anteriorly we have see iliacus and the psoas major here. Okay. Next we have superiorly rectus femoris. Oh sorry, this one. Reflected head of rectus femoris, gluteus medius, minimus, and the upper part of the gluteus maximus. All this forms the superior relation. Okay, all this forms the anterior relation along with the femoral nerve artery vein. Inferior relation we have seen two muscles. One is pectineus, one is obturator internus. Posterior relation see piriformis, superior gamelli, inferior gamelli with the obturator internus and the quadratus femoris muscle with the sciatic nerve. All this will be covered by the gluteus maximus. Upper part of the gluteus maximus forms the superior boundary, while the remaining part will form the posterior boundary. Okay, clear? This is the picture that is given in your book. Okay, I have explained you the relations. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, now we will go for the actions fast. Okay, now blood supply. So what is this artery? Is the common iliac artery. Okay, common iliac artery that divides into external iliac artery and the internal iliac artery. External iliac artery that gives one more branch that is called as profunda femoris. Profunda femoris gives and lateral circumflex artery, medial circumflex artery. So this artery, see, if you see the medial circumflex, that goes back, see that is dotted shaded line here, okay, and comes up. This is the lateral circumflex artery that is ascending up. Okay, so next this is the internal iliac artery. Okay, this is the external iliac artery, femoral artery, profunda femoris. Profunda femoris is giving the lateral circumflex and the medial circumflex. Now if you see the internal iliac artery, that is giving superior gluteal artery, that is giving inferior gluteal artery, and it is giving obturator artery. Okay, so the obturator artery, superior gluteal artery, inferior gluteal artery, lateral circumflex, medial circumflex, everything will be converges around the hip joint to supply it. Got it? Got it? See here in this picture, see there is the lateral this is the profunda femoris. Okay, this is the profunda femoris. This is the lateral circumflex. This is the medial circumflex. This medial circumflex goes behind the neck and comes out, and it gives the retinacular branches. Okay, so which artery is giving mainly the retinacular branches?
Medial circumflex of profile.
Medial circumflex.
Now you link it with the retinacular fibers of the joint capsule. You remember? I told you I will explain you later.
Yes, ma'am. Zona.
So zona reticularis in this layer. So that through the joint capsule fibers, this retinacular arteries mainly contributed by the medial circumflex and little bit contribution by the lateral circumflex. Through this retinacular fibers present in the joint capsule, it will run through it and it supplies the majority of the head and neck of the femur. Okay, so the head and neck of the femur is supplied by the retinacular branches given mainly by the medial circumflex and 10% by the lateral circumflex, which are the branches of the profunda femoris. Okay, am I cleared you? Am I cleared you this point? What is retinacular arteries and how it travels and where it supplies? Retinacular arteries are the branches of the medial and the lateral circumflex, mainly from the medial circumflex. These are called retinacular arteries because they run through the retinacular fibers of the joint capsule and it supplies the head and neck of the femur. Am I clear with these 3 points? Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next one more point I had to see. See, this obturator artery is coming like this, no? This magnified view. The obturator artery See here, that passes here the acetabular foramen is there, no? Via that it reaches and it supplies the ligamentum teres. Okay, ligament of the head of the femur is mainly receives its branches, acetabular branches from the obturator artery. See this obturator artery which is coming like this via the acetabular. Here will be the acetabular foramen will be here. So it supplies the ligament of the head of the femur. Are you clear? Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Small torso, head and neck of the femur, okay, is supplied by mainly by the medial and the lateral circumflex arteries towards by its retinacular branches, okay, and little contribution by the superior and the inferior gluteal arteries also, and the ligament of femur and the little part towards the fovea capitis is supplied by the acetabular branches of the obturator artery. Clear about these three arteries? Shall I go for the next slide? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now supply is nothing. You can read up. Okay. Now just movements. That's all. In 5 minutes, I will finish the class. See, movement of hip joint. One question. Movement of hip joint brings movement in which part of our lower limb? Yes. Yes. Which part of
Medium.
our thigh? Mainly, it moves the thigh. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
ma'am.
See here, this is the femur. This is the original position of the femur of our right leg. Flexion means it should go towards the abdomen. Extension means it should go back. Okay. And this is the left femur. Okay. This is the abduction, and towards here will be the adduction. Towards medially will be the adduction. Okay. So flexion, extension, adduction, abduction. I am not going detailedly. And internal rotation. See, if it rotates internally, it is the internal rotation, and externally will be the external rotation. And these are the range of movements. Which is more here? Flexion will be more when compared to extension, no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, no?
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
flexion will be 110 to 120 degree. Extension. Adduction is nil. Why? Because both thighs are close to each other. So, more than that, no adduction is possible. So, adduction is nil. More range of movement is for flexion. 110 to 120 degree. And medial rotation, these things you can memorize from your book. Okay, I will go for the muscles acting on the hip joint. Just 5 minutes concentrate. No need to mug it up. Okay, no need to mug it up. I will explain you in 5 minutes clearly. Okay, now what are the movements we have to read now? Flexion, extension, abduction, adduction, medial rotation, and lateral rotation. Okay, so what are the muscles responsible for this? Are you people are in line? Are you awake? Are you awake?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Are you people
Yes,
are in
ma'am.
line?
Yes,
No?
ma'am.
Okay. 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 Now, see, before going to that, I have to explain. Whenever the muscle crosses a joint, that muscle will act on that joint. Okay. Whenever a muscle crosses a joint, that muscle act on.
Ma'am, not audible, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, not audible, ma'am.
no, no.
People can hear me.
No, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, ma'am.
Can you
not audible. Ma'am, not audible, ma'am.
Ma'am, not audible, ma'am.